So I just found out that I'm not hot. And this was based on a really humbling experience where I'm trying to get 4 men together to help me move a really heavy object from point A to point B. Not a far point A to point B either. And I can't do it. It can't be done. I'm in hell. I've tried for days, texting every man I know. Can you please come help me move this heavy thing? It's a piece of granite, by the way. I think we can use that as a gauge. Number 1, can you get a group of men to help you move a heavy object from point A to point B? Number 2, how far can you get them to move it? Because what I need is a piece of granite moved about 15 feet. Cannot gather 4 men to do that. Oh, I can't. I'm going to be hung over that day. Oh, I can't. Football is on. Wah. Number 1, they don't make men like they used to. Because how come nobody wants to be helpful? Little helpless old me? You want me to pick up the granite slab? Why? You're not being helpful. Number 2, I need to level up.
I'm sorry, but this is not telling of how hot you are. This is telling of how many men that you've placed in your friend zone. And it sounds like they all exited themselves without you even realizing. Because if you think that men are just going to give all of that effort, all of that time just because you're attractive and you're literally just sitting there and you're not reciprocating anything back, they are over that. They would rather have a true friend that they're putting effort towards, or they'd rather have somebody that's wanting to be in a real relationship with them. It's that simple. Stop trying to expect things from men when you're giving them literally nothing back.
Men not simping, it's a beautiful thing. Attitude, not looks. What happens when you friend zone everyone? Go hire a moving company. Can't imagine why they don't want to help her. We don't waste our time anymore. It's nice to see guys stop simping. They are wising up and understanding that there are little to no benefits being in that position, and it's evident that she doesn't like it. Now she either pays a professional or does it herself. She should have promised them some monetary gratification. It could have changed their mind. Since they have removed themselves from the friend zone, they won't do things unless payment is part of the subject, and this is a strategy she could apply to incentivize them. She is shocked to the point of making a video because this is something they would have done a while ago, but as things are no longer the same, they stop being people pleaser. They would help their girlfriend or someone they are interested in, so as she no longer falls into those categories, she can't enjoy these benefits.
So I just found out that I'm not hot. And this was based on a really humbling experience where I'm trying to get 4 men together to help me move a really heavy object from point A to point B.
It has nothing to do with her hotness. They have moved on, and that's why they are no longer willing to do things to please her. Nobody wants to be contacted only when someone needs something from them, and that's why they are no longer occupying that spot. But why didn't she call her boyfriend instead? He would be the best person to be contacted in this type of situation.
Where the hell do y'all be finding these men that are obsessed with you? Good fathers?
Gonna sound harsh, but guys will agree. One woman's trash is another woman's treasure. You'll find us if you go dumpster diving. We've been discarded. You'll find the best boyfriends and husbands on the island of misfit, broken-hearted boys. Men are simple creatures. We're a lot like dogs. Like, picture a rescue dog at the animal shelter. They always make the best companions. They're always loyal, loving, appreciative. We're the exact same way. We did everything right, but we were discarded. So when someone finally comes along and picks us, we're just like, oh my god, this is fantastic. Good boyfriends and husbands are forged in the fires of evil exes. If you see a newly single girl wilding out in Miami on a girls' trip, just going crazy on her Instagram and Snapchat stories, look for her ex. He's alone in a cage somewhere, probably doing push-ups. You finally find that guy that moves heaven and earth for you and does everything that you've ever dreamed of. You have no one else to thank but that woman that ate his art and crapped it out like an In-N-Out burger. Nobody loves more than the broken-hearted.
Check the friend zone or X zone. That's where they are. Catch us at the grocery store or home. We're all in the friend zone together. Check the friend zone, but understand that has an expiration date. Like you said, deep down I think she knows where to find them. She is well aware that those nice guys in the friend zone are most likely to be a loving husband, men who would do everything to make her happy, but for some reason they were sent to that spot while she went after Chad. As the guy in the video mentioned, some of them are also working on themselves. They just got out of a relationship and are busy improving their lives.
When he started being too nice and asking how my day was.
If you go for the guy that treats you like trash because he's exciting, just remember that that man is not afraid to lose you. And that's because he doesn't really care for you that much. And you're never going to change that. So once you date a few of these guys, one after another, that's when you're going to look around and say, where are all the good guys? And I'm going to tell you, that good guy left your friend zone years ago to find his queen. I don't know about you, do what you want, but I'd rather be the queen.
In theory, you are 100% correct. Unfortunately, it's not in a female's nature to settle for a good guy. Good guys are good, not great. It is what it is. Why don't more women understand this? There's a reason most of y'all can't find a good man. It's happening to me, so I'm distancing myself, and now she sees it as I'm ignoring her. Later she will make another video asking for guidance on where to find a good man. Most of them claim that they want a good guy who is loving and caring, but things get interesting when they find them. This is the moment they start getting bored. I think due to the time they spend entertaining Chad and Tyrone, they develop a certain level of dependency on adrenaline only those guys can provide. And that's why they struggle when dealing with a nice guy who isn't looking for drama, a guy who works tirelessly to make his partner happy. They are not used to this type of relationship, and that's why some of them neglect it and then question his behavior when he starts distancing himself from that relationship. This is the moment they start to value the nice guy, but in most cases, it's a bit late. Those guys are nice, but they also have their limits and boundaries.
What do you think about your girl having a guy best friend?
My can't have no friends.
Okay, can you have a girl best friend then?
Hell no, I don't want no my friend.
Girl best friend sounds exhausting. Women think the first answer is controlling. They also think the second answer is a king. Make it make sense. She wasn't expecting that second answer. We keep it real. Pretty much on point. Why would you want a girl as friend? There is a valid reason he gave those answers. As a man, he knows what it means to be a woman's friend. He knows that most guys who claim to be her friends aren't really friends. They want to position themselves in that spot as a strategy to be close to her and wait for an opportunity to be her boyfriend. This is the strategy some simps use to get the women they want, and most boyfriends know this strategy, and that's why it's an uncomfortable situation. Also, when he mentioned that he is not interested in female friends is because he isn't willing to be nobody's backup plan. He knows that most women want guys in the friend zone so they can benefit from free attention and validation, and this is just a waste of time and resources. Those who consider themselves to be a simp will be happy to accept that position. But those who know that they can do better will always reject that offer, as it's better to spend their energy trying to find another person who shares the same interest.
Please tell me why every man has the answer to literally absolutely everything.
Because in a lot of situations, if we don't, nobody will. Just because you don't know how, doesn't mean you can't. That's so simple. It's because most of us have to do things for everyone our entire lives. Even when we don't know it, we will find a way to get it done. So this is the reason we are able to figure out almost everything.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we will talk about the power of our thought. We have a wise man who will give us a great perspective on how we can manipulate it for better outcomes. He will make you understand that if you take full control of it, you will have a great life. Again, the power lies in your hands.
Friendly reminder, there's nothing in this world that can hurt you more than your own thoughts. There's also nothing that can heal you in this world more than your own thoughts. Come on now, know your worth.
This is a topic we usually don't talk about, but it is really important as it can change the quality of your life. Our brain can be our best friend or our worst enemy, and this is the most important lesson you guys must learn. From the moment you accept it, things will be easier for you. You will be able to fuel your brain with things that will uplift your life in general. Most of us already being in a situation where we spend a long time thinking about a subject that somehow affected us. It could be related to a relationship, work, a loved one who passed away, a business that isn't successful, etc. But it's up to us to manipulate our thoughts to direct us to a positive side of things, and this is how we get the best of this life. We have the power to remove the negativism and sadness from our thoughts. Let's take the relationship as an example. Imagine if your wife asked for a divorce. That situation would affect anyone, but depending on how you control your mind, it can have a light effect on you. And this is how you can use your thoughts to help you go through difficult times. Once she leaves, you can choose to stay in bed crying, begging her to come back, which usually doesn't work, or you can choose to keep your head up and move on as well. Concentrate on other things, start going to the gym, socialize more, find things to do on your free time. Those are the direction you can take. But everything is defined on your thought, so make sure you guide your thoughts in the right direction for a better life. You have the power to prevent external things from affecting you, and it can be done if you are able to be the manager of your thoughts. Don't let it control you. Make sure you control it. This is all for today's video, and we hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for another exciting content.